pests can cause some serious damage to your home. Prevent that damage with a visit from one of our certified snuff-out experts. A careful study of your home may reveal common pests like cockroaches and even worse.
Termites.
From casting down cockroaches to terminating termites, we are removal, and our work is guaranteed for life. Snuff Out Exterminators. It's basically free.
In a universe flooded with the conventional, one group keeps the brewing spirit alive. The propaganda of Pauperganda.
Hey everybody, well we've got a bit of a kid show today as far as my oldest is back home for the holidays. So you saw him at the top of the very, very top of the show is when I won one of my first big tournaments, and that was him and all the cards. And now he's a 23-year-old sleeping on the couch outside because he's a very jet lagged. So I'm here to entertain you all, my step throw. Show Rosamond and Chimsky always here nice and early, and the super fan showing up with the hype. Love the old cap up. Yeah, we used to talk in all caps when we first started the show, and confused a lot of people, thought we were angry and such. But anyway, this is Zero, one of our probably our top popular list as far as YouTube's concerned. Every few months, about twice a year, I'll dust this off and we'll see how it does today. We only have 8 lands in this. They're both artifacts. We've got 4 seats, 4 bridges. I'm running all 3 of the Chiss-Goria package, or all 4 of each. Meaning, a lot of times this is a Zero deck. It kind of pukes out the cards. Everything happens. And you think like, oh, I need more Zero stuff. A lot of times you don't. You get to 2 or 3 easily. And so I found that these were really the good accelerants, and boy, they can keep you out of danger. I mean, this can save a Myr Enforcer from a Hydroblast, and there's just a lot of fun little combat tricks we have here. This isn't like a super serious deck. It can feel like it sometimes, but anyway. So we've got the Tooth package. We got 4 Frogmites, the Jar, the freebies of the Walker, the Ornithopter, the Lotus Petal. Sorry about this, but it is kind of a necessity. I know this is a pretty pricey card. 4 drums. We have 3 Kitesails. This card looks really wanky, but it's got a lot of neat tricks in this list, like giving a Krark-Clan Shaman flying and then being able to activate it over and over again is a nice little trick. But mostly it's here to throw on the back of our big finisher, Bastion Inventor, and go over the top, or maybe with an Enforcer, and do the thing. We've got 3 Preordains and the Thoughtcast to round out that. 3 Bastion Inventors. I found 4 a little too much, kind of clogged my hands a little bit. And then 4 Enforcers. Our sideboard, 3 Crypts, 2 Festivity Enders, 4 Hydroblast, 2 Dispels, 2 Blasts, and 2 Annuls. So like that. And this is one of those lists, actually the only one, where you do want to go second whenever you can. So how am I doing health-wise? Thank you, Nim Chimsky. Love Cheap Artifacts is out of staff. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. I've had a really rough week. My sciatic nerve 6 days ago in pickleball acted up so bad, I was literally crippled. I couldn't move for like 24 hours. No, we want to play. Hold on. No. I want to go second. All right, this is a pretty good hand. We'll keep it. And I was better in about 24 hours with a lot of stretching and thought I was all good. And then Thursday night, I went out and started playing again. And immediately, after about 3 swings, I started feeling it come back. So I stopped, and I've been wary ever since. I'm feeling okay now, and it never came back full on, but I'm really... you feel like you don't trust I called it lightning leg because it felt like just a shot of lightning. Anybody that's had the sciatic nerve issue, very common from what I heard. I'd never had any warm-up of it or anything of it before, and it came on fast. So, well, this is an interesting hand. We're going to lead off with a bridge. We'll drop the Thopt. We'll bring out this. I think I'm going to just crash the Petals straight out of the gates, and but for what reasoning? Just to do something fast. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could. I'm considering popping this for this, but I don't think we can get there right now. So let's just we'll slow roll this a little bit here. I think we'll bring out Enforcer on turn 2. That's not too bad. Thank you for that, Nimchimsky. Yeah, if anybody, I've been told acupuncture might be a good thing, or chiropractic. You know, go get all cracked up or whatnot, because there's something in my spine that's aggravating that nerve, and it's new. And I'm no stranger to stretching and warming up and everything. I'm doing all that stuff right. But boy, I just, man, oh man, it hurt to. So on Sunday, I was just laying there the whole time doing absolutely nothing. And then if the phone rang or anything, and I'd think like, oh, I'm feeling all better now. And then I'd move a little bit, and it was just like, zzz. It's weird whenever you would, that the lifting of the leg is actually what caused the most pain. So a lot of stuff I didn't think would hurt did. Ooh, a Samurai Warrior deck. Okay, we're feeling pretty good here. We've got the Krark-Clan Shaman sew up the bits there. That's a, okay, 2-drop. All right. All righty. See what we got here. I was kind of hoping for a little bit of a savior action in the scale there, but bum, 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 bum. Here we go. All right, we've got some good options here. Let's lead off with a drum. I think we should probably see if we can get this Enforcer out anytime soon. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we could definitely bring it out if we use the mana for the drum, but I'd really rather just do a Preordain here. I'm pretty sure we're going to find more stuff to go for there. So whenever a Samurai or Warrior control attacks alone, it gets 1/1. Not too worried about this. Come on, opponent. All right, so let's do the blue thing here. Looking for any artifact, which is pretty easy to hit on this list, right? Good, good, good. We'll say bottom and then top. Welding Jar is surprisingly awesome. I really dig it. And just like that, I mean, we could play both creatures. We'll bring this out. Bring out the Tooth. 2, 4, 6. Here comes 7. And if we wanted to, we could drop the Krark-Clan Shaman. I don't see any reason to do it. We're going to be all nice and safe here. Feeling pretty good. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Not bad for turn 2. We've got a board wipe too, and we can keep things alive, so feeling all right. And you know what? With very little decks, sometimes having a scale or two, you can just activate it twice on this guy, maybe sacrifice the scales, and keep your Shaman around for another Wrath of God effect. That's pretty fun. Pauper Tim in the house. All right. Good times. Woo! Yeah, yeah. All right. I got my favorite shirt on. This is my old... Everybody has one of those shirts, you know, that just feels like better than just not having a shirt on. It's just like skin. It's this old NASA shirt that's just crazy. Ooh, what's this? Can't attack or block. Uh-oh. Well, Welding Jar's not going to do anything against that, is it? I don't really have many... well, we've got Annul, but I'm not quite sure. That guy's playing all kinds of weird stuff here. Cooped up. So it's like a slow-rolling pacifism here. Okay. Yeah, we ran into Rogue with a capital R. My goodness. Craziness. So yeah, I'm feeling all better now. I'm just trying to remember to stretch even when I'm just sitting around. And then I'm like, well, am I going to overstretch? Because I've always been guilty of that too. So it's a very expensive pacifism into exile. Well, we don't have much to do about anything here. This is kind of where the deck can kind of fall flat. We'll go like this and attack for 1, I guess, and hope we can... at least we'll have something to sacrifice with, right? We'll go here, block here. I guess I could just block that thing with the Ornithopter. That might be the better play. I kind of want our opponent to overextend a little bit here, so I'm going to hold back and just try to play the slow roll here. Off we go. Work's been incredibly slow. It's nothing new for Hollywood. Tends to wind down, so it's actually a very bad strategy to take time off in my business at this time, because it's like you get paid to just hang out. There's almost been nothing to do, so I've been pretty antsy. Big UFC fight tonight. We're gonna splurge and get it because our house is full. All kinds of good stuff going on. Exciting fights. Don't really have any what do you call it? People that... I'm not much of a betting guy, but I'm not really pulling... I guess I'm pulling a little bit for Colby Covington. Kind of reminds me of Connor with his loud antics and stuff. It makes it pretty fun. Deals 2 damage to target creature. All right, well, we'll do this here. If this spell was bargained, I mean, I guess we might as well keep this alive. This is going to be a very long first game if the speed of our opponent here. Deals 1 damage to any target. I don't know. Is this really worth losing a thing for? I actually think it is because we only have the one attacker at the moment. So we'll sacrifice this. Our artifact count's already fine. Our mana's fine. At this point, anything we draw that's mana based is a flood spell. Like this petal, just, I mean, it's an artifact, but kind of sucks. We got a regeneration shield on, folks. Here comes the damage. Crunch. Opponent had to use 2 spells and their entire resources to, well, not all of them. Treasure token still out there. Good times. Okay, here we are. Been playing a lot of White Infect over the last week. If I wasn't playing this, I was playing that. Went all in back on the, what do you call, ethereal armor plan and just kind of going all in on that. Running 2 solid footings now and 2 angelic renewals. It's got quite a bit of gas. And I'm running the Crystal Vein, like 4 of them in a monocolored deck just because I love that scry ability. If there's any card I'm kind of sold on, it is that one. Okay, I don't mind this at all. I guess we attack for 1 again. Then we can block with Frogmite. Except when this attacks, it'll be that. I don't know if that's really worth it or not. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Actually, I'll bring out our dude here. I'll keep a little mystery card back. I can at least sack the Enforcer here because I want to start attacking. Now, because they're attacking alone, and that theme of the list sort of suggests that they might just be playing 1 creature at a time, so I'm just going to try to get the ball back, get the life matched up here, and see if we can pull ahead here. That turn 2 Enforcer being stopped was huge. We would have already won this one had it gone through unchecked, but that is not the way of things. Oh, wow. Yavimaya Hollow. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Could just... Might have been smarter to not attack there. Block and then just Tooth up. Trade Shaman for that. Who knows? There's no real reason to put anything in our yard, so I don't really care if our Myr Enforcer gets exiled here. I just hope our opponent speeds up a little bit. That's interesting. They'd be drawing a card. They'd be waiting. If you looked at the Mothership's videos, they've got some like how to play Magic videos. I almost grabbed them for the show, but they were too basic. It was like how the stack works, which sometimes I could use a little review on, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh man, Superfan, really? The LGS at Pauper, the events that held Pauper events just closed. I'm super bummed out. That is a bummer. I'm not quite sure what this person's doing. Do we wax all 3? I think I might just take this and wait for... Okay, that's even better. I'll just do that. Another scale would be really cool here. We could keep our Frogmite alive. I'm thinking of waxing the board here. That Menace could probably get pretty far. 2 critters on board. This will help things. Let's see what we get. Bloop. Come on. Let's get the big boy or another scale. The Bastion Inventor would be a nice draw here. Thoughtcast is always good. Let's say bottom top. Let's we'll pull this for blue. Might as well use this, right? Blink. Turn him into a bird of paradise. Why not? Here we go. All right. Kitesail's pretty good. Actually, that's very good. I want to... I guess we'll play this because I'm going to have to be dropping some facts, dropping some artifacts. That's what I mean to say. I think I'm going to play this on the Krark-Clan Shaman. Sacrifice 1, 2, something else, and just have a flying patrol. Yeah, I like that. I like this play. Let's do this. We'll just pay 1 for it. A little awkward. Next turn we'll try to do stuff. Right now it's just board cleanup, because even though we're at 14 life, this could get, with menace and stuff, could get out of control pretty quickly. I'll throw this on this. Like I talked at the top of the show, it's a nice little interaction here. Usually we want to hit Bastion Inventor with the Kitesail, but for right now we'll just do this. And then you don't even have to hold down control now because he is flying. We'll do this. What shall we sacrifice? Well, this is a no-brainer. We'll do, this is going to die anyway, so we'll do this. I guess maybe I should have attacked first, but I think anybody would have blocked there. We'll block, do this. And probably our Lotus Petal, I would think. Yeah, I'm going to use a Lotus Petal here. Could have used it for mana, but just want to get the board clear. Attack! Yeah. The hardest working 2 damage you've ever seen. It does look like kind of a standard pauper list. You're right. I'm definitely kind of being held to one asset or one, like a block, like pauper block constructed. Is that a thing? It looks to be, but I don't like to be rude. That's when you're playing a rogue build like this. Good to have some, hopefully, free wins. Watch we get smoked. Who knows? This is a nice little combo here. A lot of neat gems in this list. When you are able to brew with all 4 scales, you can have a lot of nice little fun stuff. Uh-oh, there's a big boy. Yikes. I spoke too soon. Channel, discard the samurai. Okay, I got a big old 4/4 with vigilance. I could technically wax that right now, but that would be some bad pauper. Probably best to just block with Thopter. We want one of our big boys to show up because I think I could just trade thanks to the scale here. Not what I need. Let's go see if we can find something better. Come on, opponent. A little alacrity would be nice. We'll say bottom. We'll say top. Bring out this. And now we've got enough. Well, you have to pay the 1 blue. I really wish this was an artifact. It isn't. It's an artificer, whatever that is. I guess we'll tap here. Go from here. Tap. Well, first we do. Uh-oh, do I not have enough? 1, 2, 3. I don't. Look at that. We miss it by 1 because this is not the dude. Darn it. We'll do it next turn. Shoot. That's a bummer. Well, we might as well attack though, right? Yeah, a lot of people pause when I do this move. They're like, what? But it is a pretty neat little trick there. All right, we're just going to take the damage here. I'll save those blockers for later. I don't want to get marooned if we draw like a good draw spell. Sometimes you can, Inventor can really be a kind of a cloggy draw sometimes. So I'm short on mana by design. This is a deck called Zero. I always say in the little vid description, the deck that needs no lands. It doesn't need any. It has 8, but you can have some really good wins with 0 lands, so it's pretty cool. I know I keep being told to design a pauper cube. Honestly, it just sounds like a lot of work. Oh, but on our community tab website, sorry for the slow play of our opponent here. We really wish they'd speed up a little bit here. I'm going to slowly start putting together, and we're starting with white creatures. If you have a top 10, I know we discussed this a few weeks ago, but I'm trying to put it to writing, get people that not 11, not 7, not your favorite card, just what do you really think? Just like we do with the top pauper cards, I want to start isolating or looking at just white creatures. Obviously, I think Skyfisher might be number 1 on that list. There's a lot of good ideas out there. So you can run out of them pretty quick. Just another excuse to do another video for y'all, and then I'll slowly, as the years go by, I might have them all developed and be able to revisit them and such. So, all right, we're going to 10. It's a little scary with the direct damage we've seen, but we haven't seen too much of it. We still have the ability to wipe the board here, which we might do that as a finishing move. Put the Kitesail on the Bastion Inventor, wax the board, and just start attacking for 5 in the air and try to clean this up straight quick, but we'll see. Thank you for that, Chimsky. What I was bummed out about, I was looking on my phone to see how the graphics looked the other day, and I couldn't access the community thing through the phone. It seems to be, you got to be on a desktop or whatnot. So, all right, this is just a potential blocker and more cannon fodder to throw in front of that big old samurai. But we won't have to worry about it too much longer here. It's cool. We can attack with Krark-Clan Shaman, which is the only thing we can't use to improvise, and it'll all work out. We'll pay the one here. We'll do the tapping thing here. I want to keep the scale back probably. Let's see how many of these things we can tap before we get into trouble. Hey, cool. We can keep both of them out. All right, so this is kind of the best case scenario, unless they have some sort of electricity effect. Whap. Yeah, quite a few people have chimed in. I ask you all so that I don't forget anything, and then it makes it a little easier for me. I can take like my 3 or 4 favorites and then really analyze them, spend some time on them, and then start putting something to an edit. That's how I work anyway. Let's go. Tempted to wax the board here. I could scale up, blast for 4. Maybe lose the tooth and all the... little reckless. It is nice to have death on a stick, though. It's kind of like when you have a Crypt rat with life gain on it or whatnot. Feeling pretty resilient here. They had removal. I'm pretty sure we would be seeing it by now. Going to pull even this next turn. Maybe they'll overcommit. Who knows? Investing in a big 4/4 is nice when it has built-in hexproof. Good times. And yet it is another bald card that is good in Pauper. So, do I risk the chance? I think I do. If he's got any combat trick, I can always, since we're scaling up anyway, I can always smash for 4 if they do any sort of, last minute heroism here. All right, so they do. So now I'm stuck doing this, which is unfortunate. This one. All right. Now I got to wax for 4 and hope it lives. 'Cause that'll get really painful if it doesn't. Got to keep my Kitesail around. Got to keep the drum around. I do believe I can get rid of some stuff here. Okay, let's get rid of 4 things. Here's 1. Hopefully he doesn't have another trick. Come on, opponent. There's 2. Do we lose Ornithopter? Boy, this is a really sacrificial board at this stage here. Two more to go. I'll get rid of Thopter. 1 more to go. I think I'm going to lose the tooth, actually. Going up against red. And we'll be able to speed things up along here. It's going to be it'll be three turns with that, the way it is. I guess we get rid of the scale. Nah, let's get rid of a tooth. Tooth. Does it work? I don't really want to have to go another route here. Okay, good. The longest stack ever. Yeah, neat. There's a lot of neat little synergies here. Usually that scale, like we saw there, it's able to keep things alive. It's just so relevant so often. Watch Electricity right now. Just be like, no. Just another big fatty I'm going to have to deal with. It is. Look at that. Crack. Of course, we're a little bit okay here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, who am I kidding? This might become a tight game here. Do I just sit back and block with Inventor? I like that because that's a nice blocker, right? Now, do I just attack or do I equip here? I think I want to just fly over here. I think I'm done using Shaman here. He's getting a little crazy. This is only 2 to equip, so we'll do here to here. And I'm going to have to pay 1 here, so I'll say this, and we'll tap him. Here we go. Bloop. We'll fly on over. I guess we'll just kill our walker. Put a little bit quicker clock here. I almost hope our opponent doesn't answer the bell for the sideboard. They're just, I don't mind that they're playing kind of a block constructed pauper thing, but their play speed is incredibly slow. Not the way I want to start a show, especially with my boys on the couch. Yeah, attacking all out might have been the better play there. Just seen some strange little combat tricks and having that treasure token out there. I was a little like, does he have another Light the Way? The mean little trick there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I could sacrifice everything. Of course, if I sacrifice everything, then it doesn't have flying, and then the effect goes through. So, hello, future me watching the VOD on YouTube. I hope I had a fun time at your cousin's kid's birthday party. Sledgehammer, I love it. All right, whenever a samurai you control attacks alone, tap target creature you don't control. Yikes. That's not good. One more artifact. One more artifact I can kind of wax the board here and just go for it. Can't stay long, but I hope you're having a good day. How'd the pickleball tournament go? Worst ever. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. My wife and I, on top of getting really, really injured the day after the pickleball tournament with my sciatic nerve, we played about as good as we did the very first day we ever learned how to play pickleball. It was so bad. We lost every single game. We had like 6 matches, and I think the most we scored in any of them was like 4 or 5. It was pathetic. It's one of those days where you're like I said, we could have beat ourselves the first day we ever played. It was just, we got so in our own heads, and we were losing to just anything that had a pulse. It was bad. I feel like I might have pro aspirations, at least in an aged category of, like, not against any of these young guns, but they've got that, what do you call it's not middle age, but middle-aged category, I guess that would be accurate. Playing solo, I feel great, but like I said, I zigged when I should have zagged, and somehow my sciatic nerve got pinched, and boy, I was like pretty much crippled. Alrighty, I don't mind this because we can do the thing here. I'm just gonna, yeah, let's just kill everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will stay flying, so this won't do anything to creatures without flying, and then we'll hopefully be able to do stuff. Come on, opponent. My goodness. Technically, I guess we could survive with one thing, but I'm not gonna. Let's go. Whambo. Flying is a thing. Gonna go all in here. I don't know. Maybe we don't sacrifice here. He's going to be able to tap one of these things. If he attacks with everything, I'm going to have a big decision to make. Yeah, this could get a little hairy here, because if he's got another combat trick and is able to survive, we'll actually lose to a block constructed, throwing together list here, getting a little too reckless with our Krark-Clan Shaman, sacrificing everything under the sun here. Maybe I just block twice. Give the illusion of doing so, at least. He's doing the thing. This is curious. If he just attacks with the 1, he blocks. What do you say? Block or go for it? I think technically I should just block. Right? Let's have some fun. I am holding down control. For the record, we will sacrifice this. We will sacrifice this. We will sacrifice this. We will sacrifice this. There it is, 4 things. There we go. Boy, if he's got that extra one, it's going to suck. Point of no return. If he's got a combat trick, I would love for him to do it right now so I can still activate the Shaman for that, because we've seen the Light the Way already. I'm really afraid of Light the Way here. I did not block first. That's a good point. They were tapping my dude there, so hopefully this works. I'm going to feel pretty embarrassed if it doesn't. Bloop, 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 bloop. Woo! Ah. A guy who walks alone in the house. Playing Zero. The old vomit out your entire hand on turn 1 sort of deck. It's like a glass cannon. It either works beautifully or dies horribly. And I tend to lose a lot of matchups like this one where I get a little overzealous with my Krark-Clan Shaman doing his thing here. All right, this is nice. I don't have any. Might as well play this. We'll just put them up into the ozone layer here. One Kitesail not enough. Let's go see what the stratosphere looks like, right? That's what I call you. I just like you throwing out all your cards. Just bleh. Sorry if any of you are having a meal. Probably shouldn't say the V word. Little gross. No sense in holding on to that Kitesail. I might need to sacrifice something else. Maybe another Shaman shows up or something and I can do the thing. But come on, opponent. I think they're trying to lose on time. I don't think I've ever seen someone play this slow. Are we going to get like double bolted? What have we seen? We've seen Torch the Tower. When I first started playing, I remember thinking when it would say target creature, I thought of, like humans are creatures. I was like, so that means I can hit the player, right? And it took me a few mistakes remembering that. Glass cannon vomit. Give you an inventor high flying. Oh yeah. Good times. Good times. All right. Do we got this one or are we going to get burned out by some spell I've never heard of? I think I'm going to, I don't think we're going to go to the next game here, guys. I think I'm gonna be the poo-pooer and quit on this guy. Harley Silver Wolf. I'll have to remember that. Just for the sake of the show. Oh, nice. Pangolin Wrangler with the little crafts going on there. All right. Okay. I'm just going to write down Rogue on this one. And we'll go from there. I wouldn't mind finishing this one up. It's just this person's just playing so long. And I think we ran into them 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's kind of more of the same. So, all right. There we go. Let's do the jerk thing. We'll concede here. And we'll just go into another one here. And make sure it's not the same person. All right. So anyway, if you are just joining us, this is the deck 0. Just like I said, we do use the term vomit because it only has 8 lands, what you don't need. A lot of times if you can lead off with a petal into a drum, you're good to go. All right. Let's see how we do here. We do not want to go first. We'll say no here. Open up the yards. Did we get anything we need? We don't have any access to anything, but we can go boom, boom, and then we're stuck. Barring a petal, we got a mulligan this one. Let me double check. Yeah, there we go. Bloop. All right. We got boom, 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 boom with the tooth. Don't want to mulligan much more. We do have some semblance of a plan here, but I'm going to mulligan this one too. This is what can happen with this last. We'll say keep. This will get us out of this race. Boy, we really want to keep everything, don't we? I'm not going to really need a jar all that soon. I'm actually going to get rid of these two. All right. Hopefully they don't duress us. 3 weeks now, cable internet instead of Wi-Fi. Are you liking the speed there, Nimchimsky? I forget though, there used to be a spell that was very briefly used for, I think, the summer of 2007. It was something quench fire. It was like 3 and a red, and it did something like 6 damage unless the person had blue or something. I remember seeing it in some. It went away pretty quick. It Wasn't a very good card, but these are the kind of hands we really like, even though we're down 2 cards. We'll drop the drum, play another drum. Now we're pretty set up. We'll start Thoughtcasting and doing some things. Your PC's 17 years old, Shiraz? That's like impressive, like that it can live that long. So many times they just start getting junked up. My Mac is, gosh, 10 years old now, and I still edit on it all the time. Just very real, but that's a Mac. So, oh, we can almost do the thing. That'd be pretty cool, right? All right, well, we'll just be drawing a lot of cards here, folks. Bloop, bloop. Let's do this to this. Sure, let's put this out here. We'll do this. We'll play our guy next turn. We still don't have enough, but hey, maybe we'll get some right now, right? Bloop. Hey, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Well, we could tap 3. All right, we got to sit back and do nothing now. Yeah, I pretty much I went all in on quality with my laptop. Probably won't have that for a good decade, the way things look. Here in the States, sometimes you actually need to spend money to save money when it comes to the taxes. We just bought a new car, first time ever. Actually, no, second time. Usually I hate buying anything new because it loses the value right off the lot. But here in America, anyway, cars, like even the resale value of them since the pandemic is just through the roof. Can't lease anything. There were used cars that were the same make and model that were almost like within $1,000 or $2,000 of like the real price of the full blown one. And so we needed a write off, and it was like, oh, all right. But it has been cool. We got this new hybrid, and we have put gas in it once, and we bought it in October. It's just, I drive to work, I plug it in, it charges while I'm there, come back home, go to the gym, plug it in, just drive for free everywhere. It's really cool. Windows 7, Shirazamon, Resident Luddite, man, I love it. All right, well, we'll bring this out. Do this here. There's no reason to do some stuff, so we'll just tap this. I like tapping the pedal for mana, and then it stays there. It's pretty cool. I'll tap this for this. Bloop. Out comes the Inventor. Hopefully they're hoarding like cast down, and they're like, I'm not gonna waste it on these guys. It's like, well, have fun now. Kind of wish I had a Tooth early so that maybe they sacrifice the token so that this won't get chum blocked, but maybe we'll draw Preordain into Kitesail, and we can just sail over for the win, the easy win, hopefully. We have Black Garden here. There's a deck I can identify. Fanatical Offering showing up. Boy, double mulligan and a triple Thoughtcast. I've definitely had worse hands. One of the problems with these builds, oh, the match. Come on, man. Let's get something going here. Won't even write that one down. Maybe they realized they're losing to Rogue, and it's on the show, and they're embarrassed, and they run away. Who can tell? All right. I guess we deserve that for quitting out on our first round opponent, but I just didn't want everybody to fall asleep here. Let's go. Now that we want to go second, we keep drawing first. We will keep this hand. That's what I'm talking about. See, again, you don't need lands. It has lands. We will keep. Okay, good. We're just naturally going second. So the cat's not out of the bag. Let's do the thing. All right, cool. We'll go Walker, Thopter, Toother. Do this here. Blast this for white. Bring out the Thopter token. Bring this down. And I guess we'll Thoughtcast too. Why not? Blink, boop. Just in case they've got some hasty dude. This is probably the better blocker, I would think. All right. I guess we got to slow down. We can at least drum in a drum here. Look at this new PC and Shirazamon's life in the future. What is this? This enters the battlefield. Scry 2, craft with artifact. Exile it. Oh, it's like the Tithing Blade, but for white. Interesting. Yeah, It's a trip when you go to a new system. Well, let's Thoughtcast first. Hopefully we just find some stuff. Okay, we'll do this. Time to vomit out a bunch of things. Oopsie. Oh, did I mess that up? Yeah, I should have drummed and then done that. Oh my goodness, what a misplay that was. Look at that. I'm just stuck. I could have had 2 Myr Enforcers this turn had I paid attention. I needed a drum, play drum, then Thoughtcast. Oh, that was dumb. Well, we can at least attack for 2. Mini punt. Let's just call it a punt. At least we get to attack for 2, though. We'll have a flying big fat robot. Apologies. That's embarrassing. Here comes some Skyfisher or Glinthawk next turn. Nope. More building. Okay. They probably have one of these coming up pretty soon, which is why we love having scales. Turn off their galvanic blasts, and we can trade 4/4s in combat all day long. Makes me wish I somehow fit in Vigilance into this list. That would have been really nice. Let's learn our lesson first and foremost. We'll tap this here. We'll bring out the drum. This is the resident idiot here. And I guess I might as well do the thing. Let's just attack with... I'll bring this out. Put the Kitesail on an Enforcer. Attack with the Thopter. Give it some teeth. Chomp chomp. What's the deal with Chiss-Goria? Anybody know the... I've never looked it up. Sometimes you can find those little... It's like Magic Wiki. And it tells you like the story. I use it a lot when I'm writing for the commercials and stuff. And I find like really deep lore and little private jokes way back in the ether and stuff. And I've been playing Infect so much. I saw that life gain land. I'm like, oh, big deal. I'm just going to infect them. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to do damage this time. Yeah, I've never seen this landmark show up either. Let's look at it again. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. You can craft. So it flips over. When it attacks target attacking creature without flying, gains flying until the end of turn. Some sort of mechanical golem. A 1/4 flyer, that's pretty burly. I'm not going to be able to bust right through it, but... Yeah, when this deck works, it's pretty burly because, you've got 4/4 flyers very quickly. And a lot of times it can give the illusion of being a tier 1 list because you can just, bam, like on turn 2, you've done like, 8 damage and somebody's like, oh man, can I have that list? But you can also draw bad, as we saw. And we can get out of it with Thoughtcast, but sometimes it doesn't work. All right, we like this. No reason to keep these things back. Let's just attack. No reason not to, folks. We can even block with Ornithopter and just take no damage if they want to play the blame game here. Or just trade with Ornithopter and keep it alive with Scale. That'd be pretty funny. All right, I guess we bring out Tooth. Yeah, if he's going to kill something, I'd rather it be this. Let's hit him for 8 regardless. Crunch. Or we could throw the Kitesail onto something else if we want to, but... Got 12 damage coming at you every turn. Looks like they might be running prismatic strands too, so we're pretty safe against that. This looks like a losing play. Maybe they're getting desperate. Yeah, what's the story with Chiss-Goria? I've never looked into it. Imagine it's a Mirrodin thing. All right, let's see. Okay, we're up against artifacts. Scale, we love you. We could probably lose a Tooth or 3. I don't think we're going to be needing Shaman. I'd like to keep one of them in there. Let me just bring in 2 Annuls because they look cool. Just an old school card. Bloop. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. If I was playing for money, I'd probably bring these in. But I'm just going to try to keep things civilized. Yeah. Yeah, Guy Who Walks Alone. It's funny. I almost apologized the first time I played Kitesail on this list because it looks so janky. But when you look for the most efficient way to make something fly, it's way up there. You can get things with haste, like as with feather boots, I think it's called. There's 2 things. There's Cloak of the Bat. There's all kinds of cards, and you can get a little too selfish. And a lot of times, in tight games, that 1 mana makes the difference, and that it just auto-equips is just huge. But yeah, I agree with you. It's granting of invasion, evasion, and everything. Okay, we really like this hand. We'll keep it. Glad we're on the draw. Woo! Thanks for joining me, all. Got a fun Saturday planned. I hope you do too. I'm so glad you're joining me live to hang out with me, if anything. Okay, wow, this just keeps getting... This is like an embarrassingly good hand here. I'll probably miss something, but I'm going to try to remember the first rule. The first rule of Fight Club. Bring this out. We'll drop this. Can we just first turn? I think we can. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can, right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm so bad at this math. No. Hold on. If we do this, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. This and then this for blue. Bloop. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. First turn, folks. We got 8 power on the board. Some of it's hexproof, and we can make any color mana. That's what I mean by vomit out your hand. Pauperganda would like to build the 0 list. Could Lotus Petal be switched for Darksteel Citadel? Yeah, I would probably just go for... It's a really good call, them Chimsky. Darksteel Citadel, I would go with. Just a nice generic source to... Because, you got the drums and stuff. You might not even feel it that bad. Maybe it's even, might get even more consistent. Who knows? All right. Well, we've got some pretty typical stuff headed our way. I don't know if I really want to encourage this trade action here, but I'm going to smash in here, and I guess we're going to lose one of our dudes. We've got a mid-range affinity against a very quick affinity. Really want to see Kitesail here. Now I know it. We're a little bit... I think this person's just all in on that, Skyfisher, Glinthawk bounce action. But yeah, you could probably swap them pretty easily. I've never tried it. But who knows? Okay. More Frogmite switcheroos. Something really... Yes! I love the Kitesail. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, do we put this on the Frogmite? That would be interesting. No, we do not. I'm going to turn off that Glinthawk engine real quick. Thank you for listening to me list. I summoned the Kitesail and it worked. I'm happy to trade a hawk for a frog if you want to do that. You run any draw spells in this build, Deluxe? Oh, yeah. We've got 4 Preordains and 4 Thoughtcasts. And I have spent probably over 40, 50 hours on diving super deep into relevant spells and stuff. And Preordain is really what the glue that holds this thing together. I've tried... And Shared Discovery is not a card for this list. I'm sure somebody on YouTube is going to not hear this part and say, have you tried Shared Discovery? We did. There's one deck that I made it work, and that was our Convoke list, which was similar to this with all the kobolds and everything. You have to go so hard into that to make that a worthy of. But we did have that list, and that list played pretty violently. Remember, I think we went like 5-0 or 4-1 with it, and it actually has some teeth. Kind of has that little Anthem engine, turning all those kobolds into bushwhacker wannabes, right? Okay. This is an interesting circuit. Let's see. That's a good card to pull right now. I think I'm just going to bash in here. Yeah. I was considering putting the Kitesail on the Frogmite and attacking there, but I can't keep taking this kind of damage. All right. I'll put this out because I'll probably want some blockers here pretty soon. Hey, this has way too much cool flavor text for the card it is. It makes it sound like some awesome, menacing, cool thing, and, just like this horrible demon, and it's just this 0/3. Okay, well, bye-bye Glinthawk. They've got to do something here. I think they're getting upset that we're kind of attacking in the air and turning off their little Glinthawk engine here, but that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't... Is it worth killing this thing? Yeah. Let's turn off their aggro here. Here comes some sort of trick. What do we got? Oh, exiling an artifact. Boy, that's a bummer. This just got quick. Now they can double block and kill my guy. That's a bummer. Man, why didn't I make this a Dispel? That's a good old play there. Bloop. They get kind of 1.5 for 1 here, since that barbed token will be coming back. Yep, we're going to do the damage like that, darn it. They go to 1. If we get like a Tooth here, it's going to be a really nice draw. We can just attack with Ornithopter and win it. They're going to zap our Frogmite too. We're just going to be totally neutered here. Yeah, with no shuffle effects, Brainstorms can really maroon you. Believe me, Preordain is definitely the way to go. Well, bye-bye, team. I thought we had this one in the bag. Watch the Skyfish. All right, chill out with my fingers. Let's let Annul do its work here. This is good. Come on. Tooth, Thoughtcast would be nice. Hey, that's pretty cool. I'll drop this out here. Go like this. Pay 1. Yes, pay 1. We'll hide behind the sneakiness of the drum. I have tried it. You're welcome to, Guy Who Walks Alone. I just found it doesn't work all that great. Dang it, man. Where's our... See, we've got the answers in the scale, but we just didn't draw them. All right. They're keeping us honest. Honest. Put the T on there. Obviously a Glitters list, probably. I would imagine that's what the finisher is. Where were you, Welding Jar? Would have been nice if you showed up last turn. So many times I've seen Galvanic Blasts get nullified by the Welding Jar. People just don't see it enough. Even good players, I see them just, it'll be on the board and they still, you know, try to whack something off and it's like, nope, I shall regenerate it. The list, oh, I don't like, not a fan of that. It's like a billboard mountain here. Mountain. Yeah, see, this is when the deck draw is dead. Got our opponent at 3 and we're just stuck. Yeah, I've tried everything like, I've had versions of this with Galblast in it. It's just not for this deck. For it to kind of go all in, you've really got to be have a focused synergy. Otherwise, it just permanently loses slow, like just what it's doing right now. We can't complain. They just had an answer for all of our goods here and a nice combat trick. So good for Lucas Scratch. That Cast in the Fire was so well timed. I know I picked that card when that set came out as being like one of the ones to watch, but I had no idea. That and Dawnbringer Cleric are probably the 2 biggest surprises for me in Pauper, where I'm just like, wow, those are flexible. I knew they would be. I just didn't know they'd be that flexible. So, all right, time to start countering some stuff. I'm tired of looking at these annuls. Man, 1 Tooth and we would have won a long time ago. This is nuts. Candy Trail. That represents scry and life gain. I'm going to counter it. I don't want them looking ahead and pulling out of this race because Thoughtcast. Oh, dang it. Come on. It's better in the hand at this rate. Let's make them think we're on some cool tricks. Probably the biggest error I see in my eyes anyway, not that I'm some judge, jury, and executioner of how to play Magic, but this stage of the game, like if our opponent draws a land and then they play it, it's like, what are you doing? All right, we're going to annul the Barter Fist. Now they've got a clock on us. This is frustrating. Turn off this engine. That's an annul well spent. Yeah, if you're at this stage of the game, you're not playing Olmog's Crushers and stuff. It's like you draw that extra mana, just hold on to it. All right, don't mind this. Let's go. Let's see what we're going to get. Ooh, I like that. We'll say bottom and then top. Let's draw some more stuff here. Bloop. No more lands. We are flooded. 3 is way too many. Okay, we really like that. We can just do everything, can't we? Let me just get this guy out so I don't feel like an absolute noob and screw things up. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say the blue here. Draw some more stuff. Oh boy, glad I didn't see that. Bottom. Thank you, Preordain. We already got 2 out there. I'll keep a mystery card back. We've shown them Annul, so maybe they'll give us a bit of respect. Who knows? Without another Kitesail, not feeling all that great. Hexproof feels really good, but boy, one other blocker and we're in. But maybe they're on like a. Well, I don't think they would have kept Prismatic Strands for game 2. I got to keep track of what's going on here. Oh, this is that. Okay, that's a really good pull. Let's do that. We can back it up with Welding Jars. Attack! Don't kill my Inventor. We don't have to worry about aggro combat tricks here. All right, what are they doing forward to? Us? Yeah, I guess they know what Welding Jar does. Good for them. I was really hoping they were aiming at the Enforcer. That's always fun. Would have proven my point, but not for Lucas Scratch. He is aware. Playing well. Got 8 coming at you. We can protect it, and you can't target it. All right. Are we going to get to single digits? Well, we can't save it by sacrificing, so I guess we let this go. Bloop. It's a good card against us, so. Can't regenerate out of exile. Blop. All right. Okay, we'll call that the second match. Let's see here. And I am going to use the restroom, and we're going to go visit with Wiki Bear. So for those fans out there, this is courtesy of Conan O'Brien. Be right back.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
Here's a question. What was the second animated film produced by Pixar?
Checking now. Got it. That movie was A Bug's Life, released in 1998.
I actually think that's correct. Yeah, that's really great.
Wow. Speaking of bugs, Chicago gangster Bugs Moran was the intended target of Al Capone's St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 of Bugs' mob associates were brutally gunned down in a blood-soaked garage. I'm Wiki Bear.
Wiki Bear, I don't think anybody wants to hear about people getting gunned down in a garage.
The hitmen were disguised as policemen, which just goes to show you, kids, never trust a cop.
No, you should trust cops. That's terrible. That was one incident.
Capone died of syphilis.
Oh, for God's sake, Let's try another question. Wiki Bear, when was the Eiffel Tower built?
The Eiffel Tower was erected just in time for the 1889 World's Fair and is now one of the most iconic sites in Paris.
Okay, that is absolutely right.
Yeah. Merci beaucoup. And speaking of parasites, are you familiar with the Candiru parasite? A tiny but horrifying blood-sucking fish that lives in the Amazon? It can travel along the human urine stream and straight into your penis. Yay!
And we're back. All righty. Mind step throw. Yeah, where is Quadratic Cock? It's been a while. Been a spell. All right, let's go. No, we want to go second. We can get there. It's pretty slow rolling. Yeah, it's just kind of an honest hand, right? I'll say keep. Don't want to get too greedy. Get a land, a petal. You know, you got me thinking now, Nimchimsky, with that Darksteel Citadel. Might be fun to. Next time I play this, I ought to try to build a budget-friendly version of it, right? So maybe we should keep a tally and see, like, do we want Lotus Petal here, or do we care? I got all kinds of libations here. What am I doing? We up against the same list here? What's going on? All that Boros too. Another Boros matchup. Getting a little worried about that. Gingerbrute. Okay, this is another Annul matchup. All right, something that costs 0, please. At this stage, that's pretty cool. Let's do that. Yeah, gosh, I guess we have to. I don't know if we hold off on Kitesail here to play a scale. What do you think about this? Play Kitesail, that boom, 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 free. Let's save the Kitesail for our big flyer here. We'll pay for the scale. Don't like doing that, but it gets the train going. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. Unfortunately, can't survive the Galblast here. But it will clog their mana, making them turn it into a haste critter. Or not. We'll see. They're going to drop a basic here and do the thing. It feels pretty good. All right, cool. Boy, we can almost pay for our Bastion Inventor. But at this point, we're going to get a little greedy on this side of it and see if we can fix stuff going here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. All right. Man, where were you earlier? Ah, not a big fan of that. All right, let's go. Note to self, bring out that drum. Bring out the drum. Drop the Inventor. Next turn, we'll have some... Next turn, we'll have some fun stuff to do. If we live that long, this could be a glitters list, and by could, I mean it is. I was in a doctor's office the other day, and I saw this font at the top of the screen of our opponent. I saw somebody with writing that they wrote like that on this. They had some letter on the wall, and I was like, wow, that's like the same looking thing. So there's kind of a sum of dumb parts sometimes, meaning like, look at this Phyrexian Walker, dead in the water, right? But with 2 scales, we can just indefinitely block Myr Enforcer and make them use a good spell to get rid of a bad card that helps us accelerate. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. All right, well, Tooth's a nice little trip. Let's bring out the drum. And we'll pay this for the Inventor. I guess we'll go boom, boom. I want to keep the scale. Oh man, do we have to do all this stuff? I was hoping to... I guess we'll just do it like this, right? Or I could do this. I still got enough to block there. I was thinking of bringing out the scale here, but then I'd have to tap my guy for it, so screw it. That's just a setup turn. Let's see how we go. Alrighty. Might want to keep one of these Inventors permanently back for a blocker. They've got death on the board here. I don't know why they're not coming at me with the Brute here. What are they getting at? Happy to draw extra walkers at this stage of the game, right? Just throw them out there, cannon fodder. Okay. What is this turning into? What is this new devilry? Tithing Blade. Surprisingly effective even against go wide strategies. So bye-bye Ornithopter. Don't like that. That's going to get around our hexproof real quick. Okay, this is fine. I'm going to bring out a Kitesail right now. Maybe both of them? I can tap them. Might as well. We'll give these both flying. I can turn on the clock a little bit faster here. Reason behind this, I'm going to tap 2 anyway, so put this here. I'm going to bring out the Inventor, making sure to tap stuff that isn't really relevant here. I don't really care about the Tooth here. Let's drop here. I'll drop here. Pay this. going to fly over for 6. I'm going to keep this guy back to block with. So we'll do this and this, I guess. Yeah. That way we've got scale back up. Attack! I don't want to see that Tithing Blade come back. It's going to get a little dicey starting to nix the Walker, then the Frogmite, but that's quite a few turns, and we're going to have 8 in the air. I'm going to probably just throw that on the other Inventor and then have everything else blocked. But that gets rid of our little plan of just throwing junk in front of Myr Enforcers. I just really don't want you-know-what to show up. All that glitters on that Ginger Brute would be pretty burly. Look how flooded we are compared to our opponent, right? We run 8 lands, and we've got 3 out. Oh, is that the white one that comes back from the graveyard, Guy Who Walks Alone? I have been very tempted to try that in my my Vigilance flying creatures one. Blue, put any artifact from Darksteel graveyard on top of the library in any order. Ooh! Yeah, it sounds like it's some sort of future great card in a build like this, right? Where you can... I don't know, what would the payoff be? Maybe some sort of life gain trigger with what's that vampire that 2 and a black when it came out everybody was building with it. Opponent's looking for the way to stay alive here or punch through damage. Scale's really meaning the difference in this matchup. It's the whole reason we're at 19 and not like 8. I think it's a resource issue at this point. They've only got the 2 lands. They're getting screwed, and they want to do like 4 things. Been there plenty. All right. Darn it. There's that. Represents blockers too, and the Tithing Blade coming back. Good news here is that they can't really recklessly just charge in with the Enforcers because they will lose 1 a turn if they do that. I'm more worried about that Ginger Brute. Of course, Pauper Tim tried it. I think between Pauper Tim and me, we've probably dabbled with every card in the format. And that's a tall order. Yeah, Amy Weber, she did the original Ornithopter art too. I love that. I didn't know she was still around. That's good to hear. All right, we like this a lot. A whole lot. I guess we can attack. I really want to turn off I really want a lot of things here. Shoot. Gotta tread lightly here. So tempted to crack this Krark-Clan Shaman, but let's stick to the plan. We'll put this on here. Man, I wish these had, you know what. Let's attack. We're going to lose our Walker. I just want to get this Skyfisher in the dead zone here. I sure hope he doesn't have Ephemerate. Okay. I'll tooth up. Let's go. And I'll play the Shaman. A veiled threat here. They do have access to every color right now, so that's a wee bit scary, but so is this. This way I can at least respond to the Ginger Brute. Can just wax the board here if I want to. But see, if I do that, then that turns on his Tithing Blade, so I think I'm just going to block with the Shaman. We have all these sleigh bells on through the house, so I can always hear when a door's, when a door's opened. One of the original MTGO avatars. Metamix here. All right. Decision time. 8's coming over. Well, I'll block one of them here. I'll just double scale it. See if anything lives here. It's got to be frustrating. Like, you don't want to use good removal on this, do you? Yeah, I looked in the Candy Trail. It's a lot of card. But you might be right. That could be a pull from Preordain too, right? We're at 15. Not really worried. Tithing. Okay, I was going to say Tithing Blade at this point. It's kind of like clogging the board there. So, alrighty. We definitely want Annuls to come in here. So we've seen the teeth aren't as good as the scale in a lot of matchups, and especially in this metagame. So for right now, I'm doing that. Don't really need these. Don't really need these. Red's a thing. I think I want 3 Hydroblasts. I think I'll get rid of a Tooth. Yeah, I think we get rid of all the teeth. I don't want to lose our creatures. Frustration. Frustration Nation. They do have quite a few flyers, so we'll get rid of 1 Kitesail. I think 2 will be enough. Am I overboarding? I don't believe so. 5 cards. Let's go. Sorry for the mic crack. I did that right when I did it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of rude. Right into the mic. It's always fun when you can beat a deck that you're not supposed to be able to on paper, right? I mean, I would not take this to a challenge. I would probably take their deck to a challenge, but you know, sometimes Rogue can just get you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, if we had the scale, we got to keep this hand. Any 0 draw is really good here. Yep, I agree with you, Pauper Tim. That's a pretty good. That Scry 2's. That's 90% of what I use the Preordain for too. Is not so much. I mean, the draw is awfully nice. Open that curve nice and early, right? All right. Let's bring this out. Do we just, in case they have some sort of interaction, maybe we just sit back on all of this? It's not like we're playing ninjas. They're going to use removal. Let them have it. Right. Technically, we could play Frogmite here. So it looks for the artifacts, and we could, but that's a waste of a petal. Definitely want to Thoughtcast here real quick. I'm worried about a casting a fire there, but all right, here we go. We'll do the thing. Let's try this. All right. I guess we'll do this to this to this. And then we'll do this to this to this. Scale's pretty good. Walker's pretty good. I don't really want Walker right now. Is Scale all that good here? I think I'm going to go bottom. Bottom. All right. This is cool. We'll do this. And pass the turn. Would have been neat to draw some sort of our sideboard here. ASMR. I'm not quite sure what that means there, Nimchimsky, but I did. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Hopefully they don't have a Pyroblast. So I'm just going to go all in here. 1, 2. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And then we might as well do this for this. Paying this. We'll put it on this. Attack. Is our Frogmite going to live? We're hellbent. If they had any sort of removal, still quite a bit of damage here. Not quite sure where our opponent kept. Maybe they have the Tithing Blade and they're waiting for their white to show up. Yeah, you can't really play Tithing Blade here to right into a Walker, right? Autumn sensory immediate response. Okay. I guess you could just write any 4 words that fill that out. I'll have to take you on your word. I'm not sure if I've ever heard that before. Okay. So this is like our 5th mana drop, and for reference to like other decks similar to it. So we're just going to attack for 4. Meaning I'm not going to play this land because I want them to think we have some sort of interaction, and we do not. It's a nice little jump we got on them. Let's see if we can hold out. I'm a little wary of just throwing everything in front of that Enforcer just because of the presence of Tithing Blade, even though we're so wide. I really want them to tap out because then I can double Frogmite block. At this stage, I'll lose one of these guys. Let's lose one. Trying to keep the math going here. A Jester Among Fools. Hey, long-time YouTube viewer. First time catching your stream. Thanks for chiming in. The Jester Among Fools. That's a pretty cool moniker, my friend. Good to have you with us. Thanks for joining us. We're playing a YouTube favorite on my zero list. Dusted it off, made a few changes, and it's doing really well today. Yeah, we haven't lost. We've been, last 2 rounds, we've been playing some pretty good Boros lists. But now they've got a blocker, and the math is going to start not working. Ha! This is good. Now I shall play this. Now, do we want to put this on the... if I had a scale... If you're just joining us, sometimes it's fun to put this Cliffhaven Kitesail on the Krark-Clan Shaman and then just have a repeating... Just mover shaker about. All right, let's see if they're going to trade out. You know, with Tithing Blade, though, that's still, we're in that same predicament here. Maybe they took it out. We haven't seen the blade. Seeing how many, like, fodder creatures we have, I think they might have taken it out. What do you all say? Do you think we should chance it? If anything, this will stop a Hydroblast from going to our head, right? 1, 2... Yeah, I'm willing to trip it for 4. We have the Ornithopter as backup. Ooh, been trying out a version of your Stormfection Pauper lately. Have to send you a brew for the +1/1 proliferate list I was toying with. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that, Nimchimsky. Yep, that's where you send it. Try to keep it to 1 per person. Make sure it's a well fleshed out idea is all I ask. Once in a while I get... All right, this is what I was hoping for. I guess we tap it. Let's hold down control and do the thing. We're going to say bye-bye you. We're going to say bye-bye you because you're going to die anyway. I'm going to say bye-bye you. And then I don't think we need these petals. Get rid of this too. Bloop. There we go. Kill some in the deal here. And we saved a Hydroblast going to our face, so we could easily be at like 6 life here. That's what you do with extra stuff. Let's hope they sighted out the Tithing Blade, because we only have one answer for that as it sits. I've never seen that emote before, Nimchimsky. Bam. What do we got? Is this glitters? Yep. But now they're in a predicament. Did they do the attacking thing? We've got a blocker. Okay. It's all that, not all that great against us. I can only get rid of the petal. That's fine. I'm still flooded. 1 mana is plenty for this list. Yeah, if they don't attack, yeah, this is a good pull or play here. Don't think we can win out from here. We went from like feeling like we couldn't lose to now this. Frustrating. Yeah. They can just wait around and slowly wait. They can even pick off our drum, which isn't the greatest play, or the Kitesail. That's a lot better play. Oh, there's an ASMR section on Twitch. I see. Yeah, good play. I'm about to scoop here. It'll be our first loss of the day. This game 1, I believe. Yeah, we just faced Boros before too, though. So I mean, that Kitesail's no joke. In the right list, it's a very good card. Where were you, Annul? Yeah, this is game 2 then. Oh, yeah, I already wrote it down. Where were you? All right. Sit back and do nothing. We don't really have any outs here, so I think I might just scoop. I mean, we could drop another Kitesail, but unless they make a big mistake and attack. I mean, it's not like we're in one swing territory here. Maybe I should make room for all that glitters, right? That'd be fun. I kind of wish that they didn't. Maybe I kind of wish that we scooped 2 turns ago so that they think Gorilla Shaman's good. I mean, there are times it can be, but it's got to be early and opponent has to be flooded. 1, 2, 3. Can I do it? If I do this, that's 4. That would be 3. Cancel. Yeah, we can do this here. Pull this off. We'll go 3. All right. Let's do it. 2, 3. Kill that, sucker. Now we at least represent a crackback that's worthy. That hawk's just going to get bigger and bigger. I will scoop to a Tithing Blade here. Like I said, I think they sided him out. When you see 4 Phyrexian Walkers and Ornithopters, I think that can get a little like, hey, what's going on here? Oh, that's a good card. That's good against us. All right. They're keeping things real. We got to watch our resources here. Gorilla Shaman cannot kill creatures, so our Ornithopter is safe, but not for long. I think that Glint Hawk has a little Ornithopter sauce ready at the ready. We will attack. We don't have many turns left, folks. Will our hero survive? Find out on the next exciting episode. More like Tooth. It'd be a funny draw, right? Okay, what do they have? Like another glitter right after this? Are they probably, maybe they are on a Tithing Blade? Nah, they would have played it. Overthinking everything as usual. I better play that scale while I can, right? Yikes! That ain't good. I can't really do anything about it. I might as well get a thing out. Bloop! Just to do it. And we're going to take 9 at least. We might be dead here. Hydroblast to the face. Yeah, we're dead. I can't really... Why wouldn't they attack there? Because they don't have access to our list. Scales can get you a little scared, right? All right, let's go to game 3. First L of the day. Been doing a lot of WW. Starting to feel like a website. I think we sided correctly. Yeah, I think we're set. You know, I think I want that 3rd Kitesail in here. And I think I'd get rid of one of these. Although that did do a lot of work. It's just like that, you know, the old angel and the devil on your shoulder. I get in trouble with this deck and with this guy because you have so much fun killing everything, and then you're like, oh wait, I'm out of resources, and then you can get pretty behind. So let's go. Glinty was an 8/8. We'll see. No, and sometimes you can get some free wins off of these. We're really flooded here, but our sideboard showed up, so we'll keep this. Yield. A lot of times you can get a free turn because people always assume you're going to go first. Got double creature with Hydro backup. Not the greatest, not the worst. We've got an early Inventor, hopefully, so we'll go from there. See, it worked. We got a free turn. I'll keep the scale as a little trick. I'll play it regardless, but maybe one of these will eat a blast or something. Who knows? I'm going to need the scale regardless. I'll bring it out now. Really screwing with people like, what turn is it? Okay, liking that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double check. Yes. Okay. Now we have too many tricks in our hands. And whoever was asking about like Brainstorm earlier, this is kind of what these hands will feel like when you start putting in more cards that aren't on theme. You get these where the deck kind of just stalls. This stage we're stalling for tech as far as keeping us safe from their game 3 sideboard, but The initial build. I say no. What is this? Yeah, at this stage, that's a really good card. So we'll say no to that. Eat up all of our lands. I'm not saying it's usually not good against us, but it can be for sure. I want to kill this. I can't really do anything against that. We're not doing anything with our mana anyway. Let's stop them from developing. Well, we can. Should have brought it. God dang it. I cut one of these out of sheer discipline, and now I'm feeling like I should have made it just 2. We can do nothing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing has changed. Why am I counting? I'm an idiot. I think we just both drew our sideboards here. Come on, even an Ornithopter or something. Actually, a Thoughtcast would be really nice here. What do we have? Okay, I will allow it. Or we got a Glint Hawk right behind it. That's okay, because we could block with Ornithopter all day long. That's fine. Our Bastion Inventor doesn't feel all that inventive with the Glint Hawks across from me. Are we going to lose our first match of the day? We shall see. Okay, I'll take it. 1, 2. I don't know why I'm counting. Let's get these done here. Tap this. It's like an old, what do you call a riddle, right? It's like, in what scenario can you use a Lotus Petal for mana and it stays on the board? Dun dun dun. By using Improvise. The gears are moving. A new secret chamber has been revealed. Oh, I've sacked the petal plenty of times by mistake. I'll admit it, guy who walks alone. It's been quite a few years. But yeah, first time playing this list. This list is about 4 or 5 years old now, I think. I mean, I'm always updating it like everybody does. So yeah, if you do it, when you right click on it, it's the last one. Unless you have Improvise on the stack, it won't show up. I think I'm just in race mode here. I really like this draw because I can do this. We will block all day long now that we can. Let's tap this. Oh, I think we're not going to be able to block this time too. See this last one? Bloop. Pay here. I'd really like to keep stuff open, but I'm going to have to use scale here and this. This way I can keep up counter magic. I'd really like to keep this back so I can scale, but we'll do that next turn. Because that Ornithopter, we're going to want to protect it now. Once they see what we're up to. I'm sure they already see it on the board, the scale with the Ornithopter block all day long. Now we've also shown that, you know, we're playing the Shaman so that they might really respect not vomiting out their creatures, right? With a big Myr Enforcer, 3 of them in one turn sort of thing. Maybe we're sitting on that, keeping everything secretive. A Mardu Affinity. Boy, things just keep getting more and more selfish. Can't say I disagree. That's a good build. All right, we can't do nothing about that, but the scale will keep the combat math working. All right, well, that sucked. Remember what I was saying about the Shaman? Now I really want him. We can't really, I think we're going to lose because we can't really hang out, and we can offer a trade up here, but once a Dust to Dust is found out, we could be in bit of a tight spot. This helps quite a bit. I think we just attack with 1 Bastion Inventor. They have to double block. We use scale. Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to come over with 1. We're both at 16, so. All right, no sense in using the scale here. Can't keep it alive, so we're just going to offer up a trade here. Wouldn't have done that had I not drawn this. Sit here. Not quite sure how many Shamans they're on, so with just the Lotus Petal and 2 seats out, I've got to be really wary of what I use this Hydroblast on. Their Myr Enforcer's down. Kitesail would be very good right about now. And here we go with the blocks. Scale up. And you thought it was a wasted card, only there for gas and acceleration. It will take a good card with it. I'm too impatient. Let's go. Use more resources. Yeah. They're going to make me pay for it and drop a Gorilla Shaman right after this. Oh, is this a dust-to-dust move? At least we still have the Petal, though. What are they going after here? That's interesting. I would have thought they would have grabbed both lands. Well, our guy's gone regardless. I don't see a reason to not play this in case, you know, who shows up. Yeah, but we can't really attack here. That was actually a really nice play by our opponent. I think I'm going to hold this land. Even though we lose tempo if they do drop Shaman here, our graveyard's just full of answers, and I want them to think that we've got nothing but just we overboarded. Maybe buy us a turn. We're getting picked apart now. My scale has been wixed. If you think that's a cute little card that's not worthy of inclusion, let's just look at what our opponent chose to get rid of, right? The scale is really, it turns the tide in so many battles. It looks so innocent. One little defensive pump. Huge stat swings. Get you out of combat, cost some cards, really good cards like Galblast and stuff, just going down over and over again. Yep. I'm considering a trade with the Inventor here. I'm gonna do it. Can't really attack into this. They're at 16. I want to get rid of their good stuff. I know we're losing one of our best things, but hasn't proved to be able to get through too much here. And I do not want to be, we're already looking at 4 a turn. I don't want it to be 8 because that will make it a very quick game indeed. And there's the Kitesail with the answer, but we still have this as an answer. We'll throw this on here. Now we'll start hoarding lands if we draw any. We're really flooded here. Use 2 petals. Ashnod's Transmogrant. Those are illegal in Pauper. That's the one that gives a +1/1 and turns it into an artifact, right? Why do I have that committed to memory? Because I've tried to turn things into artifacts before. All right, so we've turned 8 a turn into 2 a turn. Let's see if we can draw a Thoughtcast. Would be really optimal right about now. It's very pathetic that I knew what that card was by memory. Some would say impressive. I say pathetic. Thoughtcast. No, that's not too bad though. We're just getting whittled away here. There's nothing we can do. We can take nothing this turn. Not sure I want to use it on a Ornithopter unless it's the last straw. There's the Tithing Blade I was worried about. If there's a Skyfisher behind this is going to be a good game real quick. Nerdikoff. That's me. Well, I can't just recklessly throw these in front of Glinthawks now. We've seen one Galblast. Another one coming at our head pretty soon. Need to watch more Pauperganda. I've speed painted 3 miniatures since the stream began. Nice. What's the actual, is it D&D figurines? Is it like World of Warhammer? Give us a little insight on so we can visualize what you're painting. Woo, I like this, but it's a little too late, I believe. Double block, 2, 3. Let's go, boom, boom. I'm not blocking with you. I can use this at any time, and then we'll go like this. Bloop. All right, I can throw that on there and then stop the attacking, but Oh, that hurts. Do we want to sacrifice this to regenerate it? I don't know if that's worthy of it yet. Yeah, at this stage I'll do it. I mean, it's going to tap. They still get to attack. I'm just feeling feisty. I can technically maybe be able to double equip. I mean, who are we kidding? Unless they're holding all lands and they... Yeah, we're dead. Crunch. Look at this. 13. How does that thing get airborne? Well done. Our first loss of the day. Well deserved. To Metamix. Played many a times. So we beat Boros and we've lost to it. Let's see where this next one takes us, shall we? Zoo. No. Alrighty. This is interesting. These are very trappy hands, right? Oh boy. I gotta mulligan this. Too many preordains. Oh boy, everything under the sun and nothing to do with it. Oh, to know if we were to draw land. Mulligan. Keep. We are very flooded here, so we'll get rid of one of these lands. Probably a tooth. Keep. I don't need the extra land. I guess we get rid of the tooth here. Just done. Thoughtcast will make that a little less painful. It would be nice if it was more of an influx, but boy, don't show me a duress here. Pull that drum out of my hand. That'd be in deep doo-doo. We have a blocker, but it won't matter. And for the manyth time, we're doing lots of stuff. Emptying our hand on turn 1. Refilling it and almost emptying it again. 0. Oh boy. This looks like they got a Carnarium behind this. All right. I love these all-in creatures. This looks just like my build so far. At least one of the... I've built black... You know, we haven't played Blackburn in a long time. I had to dust that off. Okay, sure. Let's preordain first. See what we're going to see. Enough lands. We don't really need scale either. Let's throw that on the bottom. All right. All right. I guess we make something flying just to do it. I mean, keep something going on here. Bloop. There we go. Get a few more walkers. We'll be able to keep a little street road warrior here at bay. If we draw another walker. Don't want to do it on purpose, but what we really need right now is a Bastion Inventor. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's do it. Wakebot. I missed what happened. Well, we got ways to keep our walker alive. Coming over for 2. Problem is they're gaining life. Do I play it? I think I hold it. We're really getting flooded here. 2 mana is way too much. I like to keep it at 1. A drum and 1 land is really premium here. Gosh, I wish there was something that would let you, like a gardener that would just... I know I've mentioned this before, where you could go look in your list and just eviscerate the lands. It's like, I don't want to draw any more of these. One of these days, I think they'll do that. Be nice if they gave green a little more firepower and Pauper. You know, every once in a while, Stompy will rear back up. Okay, this feels really good right about now. We'll play this out. We have flyers. They have 2/2. This is like kind of an ultimate scenario here. We'll pull this here. You know, I could just keep this alive. There's a few options here. I do believe cancel. I do believe the best pull here. Let's make this keep flying for right now. Let's put it on the dude here. We'll pay this and this. Tapping this. We'll make this survive the wrath. And now we shall sacrifice 2 things. We'll get rid of this. And we'll get rid of... Do I get rid of this? I'm going to get rid of another land. Prove to you guys we only need the 1. Let's attack. Yeah. A little bit of wiggle room there. This deck would be a lot better if both Bastion Inventor and Krark-Clan Shaman were artifacts, because then Welding Jar could save them. Coming over. Krark-Clan beats. He wipes the board and sticks around for the after party. Here we go. Ooh, I was a little worried. Feels like we're going to be able to pull this one off unless we keep drawing that. I know. Oh, God, I've been there so many times, opponent. That 1 mana keep when you have all these low curves, it's just like, I'll draw it eventually. And it's like, oh, he's probably sitting on like a Sign in Blood with no extra mana. This can get rough. I hate when decks do this to people. Okay. There's that. We can just kill it no matter what. We can just block that all day long too. Play this attack. This one's over. Not only can I block that, I just have the option to just wax the board here. All right. Black Burn, not something I expected to run into. We're going to need some life, but we don't have any. I know that the spells aren't very good against it. This shined quite a bit. I like that quite a bit. I think I bring in a festivity or 2. Maybe just 1. Just for the... those little 1/1 outcasts can really start getting you. Wish I had a better word than that. There we go. Let's rock. It's probably incorrect. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I just lose a land, huh? We've been flooded today. Says the guy playing 8 lands. You do what the deck dictates. Annul might be it feels like a wait around and hope your opponent walks right into something and you're just staring at it for 10 turns, you know? All right, we really like this hand. I mean, look at it, right? It's like, oh, this scoop on any other thing. It's like, no, this is a keeper. Bloop. Now, if they duress us and take the petal, we're really screwed. This deck does not like duress. That card needs to be played more. It's almost always a 1-for-1, and you're paying 1 mana to get rid of their best thing. Any other format, it's played all the time, and usually you only see it in just random builds. But I like me some duress here. There's 1 damage a turn. That's not bad for 1 mana. All right, we're flooded. I'm gonna learn my lesson with the drum here. I'll play this. We'll do... Oh, hold on a minute here. Might as well give this guy flying, right? Do I have to do that now? If I want to make it look all neat, right? All right, we'll do this here. Give it flying. Do we want to do it now? We'll just wait. Doesn't really matter. I'll have extra mana next turn anyway. Would look neat, right? 1 turn, just... Bleh! So check this out. You know, we've got quite a bit of backup here as far as defense goes. Now, obviously, against a black deck, the scale's not all that great. Never know. Maybe they have a rats build here, and it'll save our Myr Enforcer. But we have instant, uncounterable, regeneration. It's kind of like Fairy Macabre logic, right? Once it's out, you can't really do anything about it. can interact or put something else on the stack, but it's not like you can counter target removal spell. This is the same sort of thing. Once it's out, you're pretty safe. It will save something. Okay, that's enough junk. Let's start flying over and preventing stuff from happening. You know, maybe they've got a snuff out plan or something. Of course, that wouldn't work. Or what? Snuff out? That says something about snuff out's making me pause. Is that just destroy? Should know. I just did a video on it and played it at the beginning of the show. Not that I'm watching. Destroy. It can't be regenerated. That's what I'm remembering. That last line of text. Or not remembering, I should say. All right. I am out of caffeine. Target creature needs caffeine tokens. Let's see. W there. I feel so unguilty now because my son is just sawing logs in the other room on the couch. Not that I can hear him. And not that he snores. Just trying to give you a visual since you guys can't see. But it makes me feel less guilty as a dad. It's like, hey, he just got off the plane. And I'm like, okay, I got to go do my show. Very jet lagged. Okay, what do we have here? I love me some Zero. You ever want a deck that just makes you want to play Magic all day long? This is one of them. Always vote for the same. And the last update, they switched those. So always be careful of that. This is a close one. We're only doing 4 a turn. And now we're getting flooded. Just in case they have some sort of duress plan. Let's go. When I wish this was a Tooth. There's so many spells that do like 3 to 4 damage each. I don't know if we're going to win this race, especially if they start gaining life. Torture. Torture. Let's go. This feels like a 2-turn clock for our opponent. Pretty sure they can do 4 a turn with the help of that. Oh, come on. The same thing that gives this thing those extreme, like, impressive hands is also what can clog it. I have considered, what's the one, Darksteel Pendant? But I think it costs 2 and 1 to activate. If it costs 1, I'd be all over that in this list to just prevent those bad drops. The Lurking Informant's another option, but again, that's 2 mana. I played Lurking Informant in my Black Land Destruction list from about 4 years ago on the show because sometimes you would just draw land destruction when you didn't need it, or you really needed a top deck well. And I had one build where I think I went with 2 pendants and 2 informants just to really keep the beginning of my turn. Toaskia's Dig Site, that's one of the newer land cards. I keep wanting to build around that, but I just stare at it and think like, come on, brain, think of something. Every time I see it, I'm like, Tokasia, I think. Okay, that's same sort of thing as the 4 because they just gain 2, so. I love me some Surveil. Powerful little mechanic. Boy, this guy's doing some work. Anybody who wasn't a believer in that? Come on. Let's go Thoughtcast into End the Festivities. More land. Yeah, nope. It should be a crime to be flooded when you have 8 out of 60 cards that are lands, but it's happening. No, not Halo Hoppers on this list. And in fact, I don't even like them in my Convoke list. In the end, if you go back on our YouTube videos, about 4 or 5 months ago, we played a Convoke list that used kobolds, and it's actually a pretty decent little list. I think it wins more than this one does, and we've only lost once today. But even in that one, they were in there just for because they were a newer card and stuff. But when I looked at it afterwards, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be tapping out to have a 3 thing that gets blocked by everything. I mean, you could argue you got the Kitesail to get it through and the Welding Jar to keep it alive, or the Scales, but okay, I think we're dead here. Almost guarantee we're dead here. I know that. Blackburn's probably a deck I know. It might be in my top 3 of my knowledge base as far as just clairvoyant about what my opponent's on. Priamar's not a big fan of. There it is. Destroy? No. But we still take the damage because they have played a creature. And we're at 1. We have to win right now. Thoughtcast into Scale, or Tooth could do it. Wouldn't that be funny if that just happened? All right. We could still see Thoughtcast. No. And no. Normally this would be a pretty nice thing to have here, but we're dead next turn. Hey, that's pretty cool. Better lucky than good. Let's bring this out. Since they can't block, I'm going to equip it right now. Might as well use itself as the mana here. We'll bring over Kitesail. We will sacrifice a seat. We will attack, and we're probably still dead, but at least I feel like we're playing good Magic. Best to keep that in our hand. Make them think we've got some sort of interaction. We're playing Envelop. That's what's in our hand. Oh, well done. All right. Blackburn pulls even. Will our hero escape the trap? I learned one thing. We got really eaten up. These didn't come up fast enough, so I like that. The scales are really lacking here. Let's bring back in our Preordain. I'm not really worried about any of that. Okay, do I just have everything I need here? If I bring either Dispel or Annul into this, like I said, I'm just going to be staring at it. Yes, there's going to be 1 or 2 scenarios where you're like, aha, but how many turns am I holding that, just it being wasted? You know what we haven't done? We haven't done a superstitious shuffle in a while. Let's put the Frogmite between the 2 seats because it's a good student. And we'll put the bridge between the enforcers because in history that is never lost. Show me a case. The opposite. No. All right. Pretty good hand. A little flooded. I wish this was any other card, but we'll keep it. It's such a fun deck to play. I could play this for a 20-hour stream. I'll keep it. It's just enough of that, like, kind of, you know, when Sudoku makes sense, you just see it and you're like, oh, that's how opening hands are. You're like, oh, or you kind of feel like new hallways opening up in your brain. Like you're like, oh, I never thought of this route or this decision tree. Yeah, Sign in Blood kill is the dream, man. Memphit Rain, all right. Just jumping in late. Good to have you with us, my friend. Oh, thank you for the sub, my friend. Memphit Run. Okay, let's focus. Let's play some stuff out here. We can block that dude all day long now. We'll rock like this, play this to do this, then we'll go like this, and a few more of this. Boy, did we draw dead. Now we want them to have duress. Or edicts. It's like, have fun wasting your turn, sucker. Fear. They should bring that mechanic back. I want to see Forest Walk and all, all the walks need to come back. It's such a clean mechanic. You got a swamp, you can't be blocked. I get it. I don't know why they got rid of those. Such a good ability. In fact, torture. Always choose the same. One of my favorite things tech-wise with Infect was when I would play Dryad's Favor, give an Infect creature like a sideboard trick against like Stompy sometimes. That was so nasty. Island Home. You should just call it Walk. You just walk right. Come on, list. Jeez, it's half our land in 2 turns. Might as well. Wah, wah, wah. And all that explosive payoff is for 2 a turn. Do Moonfolk Moonwalk. Nice. Oh, that's a pretty... if Michael Jackson was a bit more current or relevant, maybe I could... Or there were good Moonfolk cards. I think I'm one of the only people that played it in my Blue Ninja deck. Remember with the... what's that? Network Disruptor. I think that's a Moonfolk, right? God, I hope I'm wrong about that, but I think it is. I respect this. I love any retrace spell. They're awesome. Just totally keeping us at bay. Gosh, I feel like I should have a retrace. I'm not going to throw Ona's Grace in this, but I'm considering it. All right, we have just sped the game up greatly. I'm just going to pay for this honestly. We'll tap this and choose the bottom one because we can do that. Bloop. Larder zombie. Tap 3. Yeah. I remember the one the card came out, but I haven't really. The problem with cards like that is they require so many resources, and if you're at that stage, you should either already be winning or you're one spell away from dying, and doing the ability doesn't really do too much. Great and limited, but unless you just kind of go all in with kobolds, which I've been known to do from time to time. Come on now, let's go. So yeah, I'm going to try to take about 2 weeks off of working out, anything. All I'm doing is stretching so that whatever is wrong with my sciatic nerve will hopefully just go away. I don't want to have to spend money. It's weird. It didn't come up at all until I went to the courts. Very strange. Okay, we can do 6. Problem is our opponent's gaining lots of life. I think we're about to lose our second game of the day. Tooth feels pretty good here. Let's attack. Because there's no reason to really do this other stuff, but it does give us a little bit quicker clock. Turning up in a turn 3 here. We'll always target that. Let's not forget, they do have the option to block. Oh, it only cost. Oh, it's a blue card. I didn't realize that till now I'm rereading it. Yeah, it's not a bad. That's not a bad call. I considered the. What's that? Okay, they're drawing the card. Bad news for us. I thought it was that crab token one at first, but I mean I've tried that, but yeah, I haven't checked in a larder zombie here. That's not a bad call there, Mind Stab. Uh-oh. I don't think we're going to win this one, guys. For sure. If there's anything this deck can't do, it's gain life. Maybe I should put some campfires in this. That's not a bad idea. Campfire, and I'm going to write that other one down. Larder Zombie. Was it Larder Zombie? I can't scroll up. Talk about a little expensive card, but that might be pretty good. Yeah, I should have put Campfire in this. I think I'm going with the spell. Oh, God, look at this. You think I had like 20... My goodness. Hiya! I'm going to block the... This bodes well. Probably means they've just got lands, but look at this. They've already got Siphon Life here. So this fights that a little bit, but not that much. Let's do this here so we at least get in 3. Don't think we're going to be untapping everyone. Artifacts feel no fear, though, which totally makes sense. I think anybody can understand that. Synthetic life's not going to have any sort of emotions or fear. Such a clean mechanic. You know, Wizards is always trying to simplify things and clean them up, and yet they go and take some of the most bedrock, old school things like Forest Walk, Island Walk, whatever, fear, and they get rid of them. Makes complete sense. Okay, this is the gaining of the life is what really sucked there. So we technically might have been able to pull something off there, but I could only hit for 7. Come on, Thoughtcast into cheating. I was going to say another tooth would be nice, but so any card they win here. So I don't know why I'm attacking. I'm just doing it to be silly. Here we go. No, I'm not sure about life staff. I don't want to have to rely on something dying to trigger it in this style of deck. I'd much rather go with Campfire. Yeah, I think I missed on Campfire. I should definitely, we'll update that in the old what did you learn sort of thing, but I'll check out that other card too. Double Sign and Blood, that's a first. Good for Swain 115. Way to win it. What a trip. You know what? Let's why do we always wait for the end of the show? Let's make that change now. I could probably lose one of these and a Dispel. Maybe both Dispels. If I'm going to be doing that, then let's go, since this will help with red, I want to make room for campfires get better as they propagate or whatever. Campfire. Can't be many ones there. There we go. Add 4 to the sideboard. And this deck just got even more pricey. Sorry about that, everybody, but yeah, that's how I'd go about this. So we lost a little bit of red action, but to prevent us from overboarding, we're staying on theme with Campfire, being able to kind of have a Felden's Cane effect there. So as they, all right, let's see here. Last one, guys. Let's go. Sure, let's see what we're doing here. Blackburn taking us down. That was cool. We won the first game, lost the next 2. Krark-Clan Shaman really showing up. No. Okay, we're looking good here. With a little bit of help. I don't want any more lands. Get rid of all of them. Penguin Wrangler with the hype. Thank you, my friend. Woo! Keep. Candy Trail, yeah. Yeah, we could definitely, maybe we'll do a budget build of this, right? I'll try Candy Trail later. See, you know, sometimes you just throw in a card and try it. And every once in a while, you'll just be like, wow. You know, you get that feeling when you see a card and you're like, I love when I see that in my opening hand. And sometimes those are pretty sweet. All right, so we're flooded again. We'll go like this. I think we're going to hit a 0 here. Let's hit a 0. We do not. Bottom. You know, with all of these scales, I really like the Frogmite here. We've already got that in our hand. We'll say top. Really thought we weren't. I might have been able to pull out of that one had I bottomed, and then, you know, maybe we throw out an Ornithopter and it's like boom, 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 boom. We can go, but we're only taking 1 here. Swiss beer's gone. Budget Pauper feels weird to say. Yeah, it can be a true thing there. There we go. We've got blockers for days. Haha. Take that. Time to upchuck. This vomitous mass of a deck. We don't need mana for anything. Let's get rid of it. Preordain. Cool. Bottom and top. We'll go like, oops, hold on. We got to do the thing first. Let's keep our, against red, let's keep these a secret. So we'll just do this, and we'll slow roll this so that maybe it'll be like it'll appear like we can't do too much, right? Let's go. There's one thing I'm good at. It's building sneaky lists. I love me some combat tricks. What do we got here? All right, we got a war. Can we get there? Come on over, sucker. We will block. Okay, we can save it. No. No. I'm going to keep the other one a secret too. It might come into play, costing resources one way or the other. At Penny Dreadful, I've tried to figure that out so many times. It's so confusing to me. It's just like everybody always wants me to join them, and I do. Oh, okay, well that was easy. I guess with one land you're kind of stuck there, right? And they send me like this spreadsheet, and it's like, oh yeah, but that's not relevant till tomorrow or something. I was just like, oh my god. It's like if you tried to make a format confusing, that's the one. We don't need teeth at all in this matchup. I'm going to lose all of our aggro because we are not the aggro. We are the defender. So between Krark-Clan and this, we've got 4 representations. So we've got kind of 8 kill cards. This is just too important. You wouldn't think flying would be, but if we can keep it on a Shaman. However, I don't think that's really going to work, but it is our finisher card. We like the jars. Got to get rid of 2 cards. I'm going to lose 1 Inventor and a Preordain here. I like this. This is a very in this matchup, this is a very finishing card. I do not want to be tapping out against Bushwhacker, 10 damage a turn style stuff. I got to keep my mana up to get him to that mid game and then finish him. All right. This is an obvious molt. This is an obvious keep. Ooh, I like seeing you, sir. I like you a lot. Keep. All right, now what to lose? I like the draw. I don't really need the petal. Yeah, I'll get rid of petal. We keep getting flooded, I tell you. This is right. What are we on? Oh, there's just red. Pretty nice little, except for that really slow player in the first round. We beat Boros. We lost to Boros, and then we lost to Blackburn. So this is for even, right? All right, give me a 0. Namesake of the list, at least, right? Man, how good would a Gorilla Shaman be right here, right? 1 mana away. That's why scales and teeth and all that stuff. That's why. Yep, we gotta just burn a turn here, darn it. Yeah, Penny Dreadful really does need an overhaul. It's just, I'm sure if you're very close to it, it makes a lot of sense and you're on the up, but yeah, oh boy, they're not gonna like us at all. We might get a rage quit here. How much longer do I let them overextend? Not long, because they've got Bushwhacker mana. And I'm sure they're not afraid to use it. What we can hope for here is that we play the Shaman. Well, there goes that plan. And that they use a spell on it. I mean, they still might use Seal of Fire. I really respect Seal of Fire. Very underplayed card. So much interaction. All right. I guess we go might. I kind of have to do this now. I mean, we might not find another answer here. So I'm going to do this to this. I'll do this. And pass the turn. Make them use the resource. Instead of using that Welding Jar, if they do the thing on a Frogmite, I think I'll obviously sacrifice it to the Shaman's ability. But I understand why Penny Dreadful can't really take off, because the second a deck gets figured out, then the price of that will go up, right? Okay, this is the ultimate scenario. I could save it. I think I'm just going to zap here for 1. We're going to lose it anyway, so let's just do that. And we keep our affinity count where it should be. We've got defense. Okay. Got a feeling they're sitting on Bushwhacker. A little bit of a misplay by our opponent, I think, right there. Not that turn, but the turn before. But what do I know? I've only been playing this since the beginning. Alrighty. Bushwhacker is present. Let's go find an answer. Oh, how did they do that? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, they just hardcast. Okay, so what? They have another one? Can we Thoughtcast into a End the Festivities? That would make me feel like a good player. Maybe even better. Okay, let's Thoughtcast here. We'll play this out. Oh my gosh, this just got even better. Look at this. This is just almost rude. It's like I'm stacking the list, right? We play this. We cast this, and we keep our Shaman alive to live another day. Boink. What do we get rid of? Sure. Plenty of mana. Keeps giving us stuff. We keep sacrificing it, and it keeps giving it to us. So, well, we've gotten rid of about 9 creatures already. Woo! All right. 3-2 on the day. I wouldn't really count that first one. But so this is where I'm going to leave the list here. But yeah, this is that part where we ask the question. I hope that worked. Am I talking here? Okay. So what did we learn? Well, I don't want to really overboard bringing in 8 cards with the 8 blasts or 6 blasts that I was playing. So we cut those and we just go in with Hydro. This is getting to be a pricey little list, so apologies to the true paupers out there. This is not the list for you because between the Petal and the Campfire and the Blast, this can get pretty pricey. Budget. Take these out, put in Darksteel Citadels. You'll get a little more flooded, but might be pretty cool. And if you don't have Preordains, Candy Trail was mentioned in the show. I think that was by Pauper Tim or Nim Timsky. I'm not quite sure. Apologies. Yeah, I think I really like the sideboard here. Again, Campfire is one of these cards by itself. It can really pull you out of a lot of danger. But man, you get these in multiples when those stagnation games happen. This gets out of control really, really, really quick. So again, it's from the set that nobody has. So these things are kind of unusually expensive. But go play some Pauper Classic Tuesdays, or excuse me, the Magic Online Society free tournaments on Tuesdays, and you can start affording these no problem with your free winnings. So anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy some UFC and some family time with my oldest. And we'll see you for the Christmas show next week. I'll probably just play our little Jingle Bells theme for the intro there. But anyway, I hope you guys like this. And games like this one, minus concession, are why I love watching you play these awesome decks. Thank you, Pangolin Wrangler. That makes my weekend, sir. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can download the deck right down here, import it. It's really nice and easy. And I think there's quite a few budget ways to build this too. If you like just bleh. I wish I could enunciate or spell the word bleh, but that's kind of how those opening hands were. And I'm very happy that we had about 4 or 5 hands in 5 matches that really went all out. Our first draw, we just expelled everything. So anyway, I'm talking too much. All right, guys, we were going to go out with let's go. Oh yeah, this is an old one from the Adult Swim days. And those of you that know Jackie Chan, Shirazaman, if he's even still, yeah, he's still here. This is one of the very first commercials we did a little spoof. It's not ours. It's just, in the Magic card frame and stuff. But I'm curious to see if it gets copyright blocked, because then I can just eviscerate it out of the video at the back end and go from there. Anyway, too much rambling. See you next week. Adios, everybody.
The category is arts and entertainment.
And it's not Jackie Chan. Is it...
The guy from Cheers?
Kelsey Grammer. Not even close. Edgar Allan Poe. When did you get one right?
It's not Jackie Chan, the award-winning new trivia challenge from Cinco Games.
Speed round. Name 10 things that aren't Jackie Chan.
Toothpaste, pizza, lamps, Jackie Chan.